Hey, grown folks. Donna Smith, aka Lady D, back at you on the weekend. What a grown folk topic of discussion. Let's talk about grown folks. The situation where, you know, you're in a relationship with someone that you have really been connected to, let's say, for a couple of years, perhaps a little more, a little over maybe 2.5 years. And everything is going cool. I mean, they seem to be, just this beautiful person inside and out. Been down for you, been in your corner, everything has been just all gravy. And from time to time, they like to smoke weed and, do their thing. And you never really sweat that. I mean, weed, marijuana, you felt like, no biggie. And then it came a time when they wanted to do a little more than weed or marijuana. And they let you know that they wanted to do that here and there, especially during sexual encounters, because it made them more freakier, per se. So they started doing a little cocaine or what have you, maybe something a little stronger, and they would do it around you. And it would usually be around that time when, you guys were both feeling kind of frisky and freaky. You wasn't into doing it, but they did it, and you were okay about it. And if you didn't have it for them, you would make a way to get it for them because you loved the way it made them do and be. And then as time went on, this person became addicted to what they were doing and playing around with. And you somewhat felt responsible for their addiction. Now, they also did this when they was not around you. Come to find out, they were, but you kind of coaxed it on and accepted it when they were doing it around you, even though you kind of had your reservations, but you went along with it. Would you say that's being codependent? After the fact, you finding out that it was a problem and you still wanted to deal with this person and allow them to do these things that you knew that was not befitting, that was causing problems in the home front, in the unity of the family. Are you being codependent, allowing them to do this, trying to understand that there's an addiction and you're loving them, so you're allowing them to still be able to do so just to be able to keep them, to shelter them, to keep them safe so they won't get out there and get all caught up in the world because you love them like that? When you encourage them to go get help, they don't want to. They don't feel that they have a problem. They feel that they're in control. They just do what they do and they need it when they need it. What would you do in a situation like that? Does it get better or does it ultimately get worse? Is that really love? Is that really showing a person that there's no positive or true direction in it being okay with you being with me and around me and doing this? And now that you've become addicted to it, you don't want to stop? So what would you do? Would you stay with that person because you felt like you was somewhat responsible? So you needed to nurture and help take care of them? Or would you draw your line and have to let it go? Is that codependency? I ask again. How on earth are they going to hit rock bottom if you're there to cradle them? That's something to think about. Perhaps you've been in a situation as such. Perhaps you know someone who has, who is. And the way the world is today, you ultimately will be faced with at least knowing one person who is going through something like this. What would you do if you were in a situation of loving someone who was addicted to a drug that you were okay with them doing around you when they had control, but then they lost control? What would you do? Please share. Delete these.